And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go. Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. And it will result in a fresh set of downs. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
This to Pitts, and he's got it. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that would officially a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former
and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a great job working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Drill 52. And cycle.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Stafford on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd and 10. Stafford, that's out to the flat for Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Stafford. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Yeah, the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Stafford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted into
heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 50, Stafford. Able to find Isabella.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. On 1st down, Stafford here. That'll be caught by Cobb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive. Because remember,
and it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Akers is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw, Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got his man. It's London.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready. Six, seven. Black jump. Check 2.
They'll look to throw again.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 22, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On the handoff, running left is Akers. Room here to run. Touchdown, L.A.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And caught by London. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
He's like a freight train. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here.
And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock. Maybe they'll do it that way, didn't they?
And they'll get this down to the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, spread him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Hey, you. Go on, Red. Red, cycle. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could